I got a lot of people I love. Hang around pussies who tried me. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, no snow in the forecast, but the wind, boy, it's whipping off of Lake Erie and into Highmark Stadium, just south of Buffalo, New York. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Buffalo Bills.
All right, my bad.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker.
Woo.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going right back to Walker. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks.
Come on, boys.
And made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Buffalo defense, and this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
Rashee Rice.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Henry up the middle. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. He's got it to the 43 here. The Bills at 4-3, a game over 500. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Allen. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. This to the tight end, Kincaid. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
At the 13-yard line.
They'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Henry is in. Touchdown, Bills.
I go ahead out.
Good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Right.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Walker.
Okay.
Get this one across the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Oh.
Inside the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there for KC.
Man, we're just not getting in the backfield.
51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
17-yard line.
Yellow. 15. Hey, rip list. 15.
Now Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. He completes this to Walker. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down. On the counter, it's Walker.
So.
And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard. We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool
Tyquan Thornton from 10 yards out.
What the? Good read. I mean, good play. Good. I thought I was going to be like bubble or some shit. I was just literally committed to the bubble shot tackle. I left that shit wide open. All right, now we know. Now we know to stay disciplined.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find
Oh my
out.
goodness.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Just wanted to get the first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Allen. Overshot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. This pass can be caught by Hardman. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
I have nothing, bro. Circle wasn't open. Circle just wasn't open. I was looking for circle and it just wasn't there, and I was getting screamed at. Good defense. He switched to man last second. But we need more outbreaking routes because he's just playing inside. Man, we got screamed at that play, boys.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Little something.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Well, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw. That's laid out deep for Rice. And this
Woo!
time intercepted. And the Bills
good.
take over once again at their own 25-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one liked it.
He's got him in. Complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way home for
There we go.
touchdown. T. Higgins. 75 yards. And the Bills
Here we go.
are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
6'2", with a good jumping. I'm like, come on. Wrap him up. There we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Whew.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to fire quickly.
Okay, thank God.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Yellow.
A gain of 12. First down.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That's into the hands.
Come on, man. You're right there, but you're not there. Like, damn, bro. I need to, like, play both routes. I was just too out of position there. That's me.
Xavier Worthy, 53 yards. And the Chiefs have taken
Go.
the lead.
We got blessed.
And he
They let us
continues
time
to
it.
be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. I'll call it luck or
Right.
skill,
That threw a
whatever
pick,
the
but he threw a
case
pick right
is.
back.
They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball.
We timed it.
I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground.
I mean, I would love a
Whether
block
you
from
get
one of
it or
y'all
your
niggas.
teammate
That
gets
would
it,
be
just
so
as long as you
sexy.
maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
At their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the key.
That's a tough one. There's two people there.
Duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
On, baby. Josh.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown.
Up, nigga.
But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Allen. The right side going to be caught by
I
Harvey.
can't go for that, can I?
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the
Hold on, I gotta pause so I can fucking see because I never remember the fucking rules. I'm sorry. Never remember. Fourth and 3 lasts from anywhere, and most of these girls do for longer. Okay, it's 4th and 4, isn't it? Of course.
As the tackle is made at the
Yeah.
33.
Fuck.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. Back deep for KC, Xavier Worthy. Taking it about the 16. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Up the middle they run. It's
So,
and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now here's Mahomes.
that's a pick, bro. This was forced to punt right back.
You might want to stop coming after me downfield because I
The
just
line is
woke up
starting to
another
fail us.
pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Man, bro, I just need you to hold that outside way better than that, man. He's not doing nothing crazy. He's just running man, boys, and we can't get jiggy out of this.
Allen going to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
That's good for a
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. On play action, Allen.
Oh, he's
He
wide
able to keep it
open.
himself. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And Henry's hit. He
Are
lost
you
the
fucking
football.
shitting me,
This
Derek?
ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it
No
here in
way
the
this
final
nigga
2
fumbled
minutes
that
of the
hard.
half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
That is crazy work.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the
This
first
nigga
half.
fumbled, like,
So on
what?
fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
Where's some cartoon shit fucking happen?
Yellow. Arsenal, like 43. Attack, attack.
Mahomes going to throw. That one caught by Rice. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Yellow. Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Yellow. Oh, hey, 57, 57 color, 57 color. Yellow, yellow. Yellow.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 15. First down, Chiefs.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Open man right side is Rice.
Thank God he got nothing out of that, bro.
The 33, and obviously
Holy
that's
shit,
well
Henry.
first down.
Holy shit, Henry.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Don't. Yeah.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
To throw, it's Allen.
Man.
Falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And 8 yards to
They'll be in
go.
search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Allen now looks to throw. That is caught. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen.
Oh, I gotta throw that sooner. Like when you throw it off the fucking rip, the nigga just zips it too fucking hard half the time. That's why I'm waiting till this nigga get his head around for at least a second and a half before I throw that bitch. This nigga Josh Allen.
Now Allen. Fighting more on the out route for the completion.
There you go.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's good for a Bills.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now Allen again. Touchdown! T. Higgins with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
Almost overthrew it.
And the Bills are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
Almost overthrew it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
I didn't even pass it. I just threw it, and then nigga just still. I almost threw it to Africa. Good thing T. Higgins is a beast.
Following the touchdown. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now.
Here we go.
A moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now.
Damn, what happened? Where's my deep half looking at? This shit. I mean, that is the hole in the zone, but it's like, damn.
Touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs have retaken a third-quarter lead.
The Chiefs will set up for the two-point conversion.
Yellow.
Mahomes will throw for it.
Oh, I tried to switch, and they made me play so far underneath.
Two-point try. Defense is
Oh, I tried to switch. I seen that. I click on it, nigga played fucking 80 fucking, this nigga played on the line of scrimmage. Like, what?
But he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a
That shit was so fucking crazy. I had no chance of stopping that at all.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Ah,
Derrick Henry all alone.
damn it.
And they do finally
If I had to do that extra truck, I didn't think I was going to break that tackle.
5 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
At the 12-yard line.
A toss left. Henry.
Good block, 63.
Measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
What was that?
Here's Allen to throw it.
Fucking go.
Touchdown, Buffalo. DJ Moore, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are all tied at 28.
Come on, defense. Let's get a stop and let's score.
Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
All right, no more Preston, man.
And they'll opt not to
Because he's just
return
gonna
this, but since the ball did hit in the
smack our
landing zone,
cheeks every time
this
we
will
do
come out to
that,
the
so.
20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
Whew.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down.
Second and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Ah.
That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
Woo, good tackle, boy.
Taking across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a second and 3.
Brings up second and 3 at the Bills' 47-yard line.
Good catch.
And he's got a first down as the
Tyquan Thornton hold on to that.
36.
Guess so.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Oh.
To the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
Oh my God.
Clean. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is second and 10. Mahomes now to throw.
Yes.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up third and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end.
Let's fucking go, Bamford.
A drive killer there.
Let's fucking go.
The turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it, because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Henry running right. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 120 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
At the 44-yard line.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. Still going. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Bass on for the extra point. It's up and good, and they jump back
Good
ahead,
defense, boys. Come on.
35-28. Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Mitch Wishnowski set to kick
The
off.
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
Oh.
He gets this to Thornton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Finding Gray on the out route.
Woo.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now Mahomes.
No, that's a knockout, baby.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
A gain of 12. First down, Kansas City.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Bro, this nigga just ate 3 hit sticks.
Shy of the end zone. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
City Chiefs. First down. First and goal, Kansas City.
Now here's Mahomes.
What?
Touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Alert! What's that?
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. 169 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Off the option, here's Henry. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. And gives him a nice pickup. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now.
I ain't gonna lie, we need these dubs, brother.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
We gotta milk them down. We need these dubs bad. I'm down in my division. I'm sorry. Hate to do it to you, but I gotta do it to you.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try.
A hard ball one.
A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. Here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the
Ooh, we sneak out of there.
And the Bills are going to get out of here winners. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Bills, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.
Had a couple good dots in there. One to DJ. I had my man not go up. Plus 4 zone. We'll take it, but that's annoying. I wonder what he got, actually. I need to look at what he got. How did he get? Because I didn't get a pick this game with him, right? I've got a deflection. Ten deflection in the season, 6,000. Yeah. Nice. Passing paranoia is good too. He doesn't get that to level 21, huh? Right. 105 to 91. What the fuck? Y'all niggas some hoes. Chargers sneak out of there versus the Titans. Wow. Let's watch this and get out of here.
Halfway home. Hi, everyone. Scott Hansen here, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for week number 9. Plenty to get to here. We begin in South Florida. The Dolphins at home to take on the Baltimore Ravens. And this is the speedster, Zay Flowers. He's one of the 4 verticals on this route, and it's a deep shot. They connect. 77 yards for the touchdown. The Ravens move their mark to 7-1, looking good as they get the win. Next up, how about a trip to Vegas, everybody? Checking in on the Raiders as they host the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it's the tight end, Brock Bowers. Throws it from his own end zone.
Look at
The
this
catch
fucking
is
score.
made, and then
You
watch
fucking
this.
sons of bitches. Have
And
some
it's
fucking
about
shame.
as long of a touchdown as you can possibly have. 98 yards for the score.
Damn.
One more for you. Let's go to SoFi Stadium. It's the Rams taking on the New Orleans Saints. And here's the Saints wideout. Playing like street football. Everyone go deep. And this time, it works. Put it in the books as a 76-yard score. So that'll put a bow on this one. For all the hardworking men and women here in Orlando, Scott Hansen saying good night.
19 rushes
We'll
for
see you next week,
197.
right here on
We
EA
gotta
Sports.
feed Hen Dog, bro. We're most successful when we feed him. So we'll keep doing it.